today's topic is Nyquist plot in the unit number 9, stability in the frequency domain. Okay, in the last session we will study about the polar plot using the different rules applying the polar plot, and we have to find the polar plot graph. Okay, now in the Nyquist plot, the Nyquist stability criteria works on the principle of the argument. Now the principle of the argument is depend upon that how many number of poles and zeros are located in the right hand part of the particular transfer function. So it states that if there are p poles and z0 are enclosed by the s-plane closed path, then the corresponding g of s, h of s, that is our transfer function plane, must be encircle the origin p minus z times. That means we can write the number of encirclement n is equal to p minus z, where p is our number of poles and z is equal to our number of zeros that are enclosed by the S-plane closed path to the corresponding transfer function. Okay, so if the enclosed S-plane closed path contain only the poles, there is a no zero, that means the value of z is equal to 0, then the direction of the encirclement in the g of s, h of s plane will be the opposite to the direction of the enclosed closed path in the s plane. Suppose if the enclosed S-plane closed path contain only zeros, that means there is a no pole located in the enclosed area, then the direction of the encirclement in the g of s, h of s plane will be the same direction as that of the enclosed closed path in the S-plane. So now how we define the enclosed path? So now applying the principle of the argument to the entire right half of the S-plane by the selecting it as a closed path, and this selected path is called a Nyquist contour in the Nyquist plot. So first of all, we have to decide that how many number of poles or zero are located in the right half plane, and that we have to decide the entire right half plane by selecting a different closed path, and this selected path is called the Nyquist contour. So suppose we know that if the open loop control system is stable only if there is a no open loop poles in the right half plane in the S plane. As you know, if any pole are located in the right hand side of the S plane, that type of system is become unstable. So in the open loop control system is only stable that there is a no open loop poles are located in the right half of the S plane. Now as you know, if there is a no pole are located in the right half side, that means the value of the p is equal to 0. So put the value of the p in this encirclement equation, n is equal to p minus 0. Okay, if there is a no pole located in the right hand side, that means the p is equal to 0. So we can put n is equal to 0 minus z. So we can get n is equal to minus z. Okay. Now the next condition, we know that the closed loop control system is stable if there is a no closed loop poles in the right halves of the S plane, and if there is a no closed loop pole in the right hand side, that means z is equal to 0. That means n is equal to p minus z. Put z is equal to 0. So we can get n is equal to p. So the Nyquist stability criteria state the number of encirclement about the critical point, and the point is the point is 1 plus j0 must be equal to the poles of the characteristic equation, which is nothing but the poles of the open loop transfer function in the right half of the S plane. So this is our equation of the number of encirclement, n is equal to p minus 0, where n is equal to number of poles on the right half side of the S plane. So for the n there is a different condition for the direction. Suppose case number 1, if the Nyquist contour is like that manner, that means they do not contain any poles or zero in the right hand side. So we can put n is equal to 0. How we can put n is equal to p minus z? Okay, number of poles and 0 are located in the right hand plane. There is no number of poles and 0, so we can put n is equal to 0 minus 0. So we can get n is equal to 0. That means this is my case number 1. Suppose case number 2, this is my case number 2 where n is equal to minus 1. So if the direction of the loop is the clockwise and circle, that time we can get n is equal to minus 1. Now which condition we can get the value of n is equal to minus 1? In that time where the number of poles are less than to the number of 0 are located in the right hand side, that time the direction of the loop is clockwise. And case number 3, if the direction of the loop is anti-clockwise, that time we can get the value of n is positive. Okay, now so the condition is for z is equal to 0 or the negative value, system is become stable, and for z is equal to positive value, system will become unstable. Okay, now next is we can consider we can consider an example to clarify the encirclement. Suppose a S-plane is given. This is my real number and this is my imaginary number. One pole location is here. 1 0 are located is here. 1 0 is located here. 1 0 is located here. One pole location here and here, and this is my Nyquist contour. Okay, so for this encirclement we have to find the number of poles are located in the right hand plane. So n is equal to p minus j. Here you can see that the value of the p is equal to 1 because in the Nyquist contour only one pole are located in the right hand plane and z is equal to 3. Here the value of the z or the number of 0 is equal to 3. So put the value of p and z in this equation. So we can get n is equal to 1 minus 3. That means n is equal to minus 2. So we can get the value of n is equal to minus 2. So this time the direction of the arrow in the QS plane, the direction of the arrow in the QS plane is clockwise. Okay, so whenever we can get the value of the n is negative, so the direction of the QS plane that we can get in the clockwise direction. Okay, this is case number 2. Now suppose this is the next example. Okay, this is my S plane, this is my real part, this is my imaginary part, and one pole are located here. 1 0 is located at the 0, the second 0, third pole, and the next 2 pole. Okay, this is my imaginary pole. Okay, so the contour is drawn in this example is like that. So the equation of the n is equal to p minus j. Okay, what is n? It is the number of poles are located in the right half plane. So here pole are located in the right half plane in the Nyquist contour. P is equal to 1. There is no 0 are located in the Nyquist contour. So we can get z is equal to 0. So the equation will become n is equal to 1 minus 0. So we can get n is equal to 1. Okay, so value of the n is positive. That means the direction of the contour or the direction of the Nyquist plot is anti-clockwise. So suppose we can draw the QS plane. Okay, my imaginary number, and we can draw suppose the Nyquist plot. So the direction of the arrow is anti-clockwise. So using the value of the n, we have to decide the direction of this system. So this is the final summary of this system. So if n is equal to p minus z, as you know, if n greater than 0, that time the number of encirclement of the origin in the QS plane is capital N and the direction is anti-clockwise. Okay, if n less than 0, so the number of encirclement of the origin in QS plane is capital N and we can get the direction clockwise, and if n is equal to 0. At which condition we can get n is equal to 0? Suppose we have number of pole is equal to 2 and number of 0 is equal to 2 in the right half plane in the S plane. So we can get n is equal to p minus z, 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. So that time there is a no number of encirclement of the origin in the QS plane and there is a no encirclement. So there is a no direction that time when the n is equal to 0. So this is the condition of the Nyquist plot. Okay, in the next session we will study about the different example using the different transfer function and we can draw the Nyquist plot. Thank you everyone.